Carolyn, and I'm here again to share another channeled message from the LightKeepers, a group of angelic beings I channel on a regular basis for your enjoyment and support in this spiritual awakening or this life journey. So today's channel is really, I believe, about taking time for yourself and why that's important. And I'm going to give you my takeaways on this because I have some lessons I've learned. So just a couple things first before we get started. As I always mention, because I really want people to be able to take advantage of this, is the free video and gift that I have offered you below in the description. And it is how to create flow in your body for health and wellness. I won't go into all the detail of how it came to be, but it came out of my distance energy healing sessions. And I want to offer 6 tips to create flow in your body for you. So check out the link below. If you're on higher self watching this, I'll get a comment added at some point, but if it's not there when you watch this, head on over to my channel, Carolyn Zaiser, and you can find it in any of the description links, description boxes below my videos. All right, so with that, today, I'm going to get going on the channel and give you my takeaways and then a couple little items before I close out for the day. All right, here's our channel today on what I'm really entitling, taking time for yourself. Brightness in the sky filled from above, offered from the evening dove, coos and cries its soft call. Why is it here for you to see at this time now? For you might be in need of quiet calm, and at last, peace away along your path. Take time for you, and know that it is caring for oneself in this bliss. For the quiet of the evening light and the song of the dove delight offers you peace within your soul. Along with it you will go to the stars and the moons far above, lightening your load offered by the dove. The songs calm you and offer you rest and peace and love, for it is always best to care for oneself first and foremost, with quiet times to offer your soul. Knowing and understanding across all times will become yours as one quiets thine. Listen to the dove and offer yourself to the stillness and peace held within us most, for it is inside and not out, as you will find all goodness comes from across the course of time. So that's the short little channel. I just thought it was so pretty. And, when I think about this, and again, everybody has their own take on it, but I like to give you my thoughts and a little bit about my journey. And when I read this, I just feel peace reading it. And what I've realized along this journey, the spiritual awakening journey in particular, but I think also the life journey, that at some point you realize maybe you've just been running around too fast and spinning and not having time to truly smell the roses. So with respect to me, what the awakening journey has done for me is made me realize that I need to put myself first. And I spent many, many years in what I call corporate America, doing the thing. And even though I enjoyed it to a degree, I knew deep inside there was something that was I was not going to do this forever, although I was close to doing it forever. Needless to say, I had 2 things in my life. Basically work, work, work. And then I would fit in exercise and fitness because that's always been important to me. But when I was doing this, it was always I'm cramming everything in, even work, cramming, and trying to work around. Work is the core, okay? And putting pieces of myself in there, time for myself in there. And it was always rushed. It was always hurried. My mind was always in a frenzy. Even though I don't come across like that, I always had something I was doing next. And never sitting in quiet solitude, any kind of peace, or what I would call a quiet flow to my day. And you may be thinking, well, how can I have quiet flow in my day when I'm zooming around, catching the bus, the subway, whatever, trying to get to my city job, or just, getting to school, trying to deal with all of that? How can I ever have peace in my day? Well, here's what I did. And I don't know if this is I don't think it is just the luxury of me now having my own business, because I still think this can be done in many ways, and contemplate this as I talk to you about it. But I've struggled over this last few years to put myself first, even though I'm not working in the corporate world anymore and I have my own business. All right. But that's all new for me. So what I've done is, in creating this, I found myself obsessed with working all the time. Even though I love the genre that I'm in, this spiritual realm, still that's not great for you, right? It's not great for me. I was working till midnight, loving it, but finding myself doing the same thing all over again, not working in, as they say, that quiet solitude into your life. Even though I was meditating, okay? I'm a big meditator, but that's not the only way to bring in that peace and quiet solitude throughout your day. I mean, that's all good and well. It helps you manage that anxiousness, but that doesn't help the pace of your day, okay? You still have to manage, or I still have to manage that pace of my day to work in quiet solitude. So what I was doing is I was jam-packing my day to build this business with no pieces for myself worked in. Exercise, yes, but it was jammed in. So what I did, and I just did this in the last month, I took my calendar that's online. I just deleted everything and I started over. And what I said was, all right, and exercise, like I said, is real important to me, but I don't want to have to jam it in. Seeing my friends is important to me, which I'm not real great at, but I want to become better. So I scheduled my blank slate with all my workout, all my tennis, I'm boxing now, bags, not people, boxing, yoga. I plugged those in throughout the course of the week. And then I plugged in as I could where I want to be able to try to see my friends. I also decided I was going to try to free up my weekends. And then what I did is I filled that calendar in with that. Me first, okay? There's nothing selfish about that. Don't ever think that, okay? That it's selfish to put you first in a way that's healthy. So I did that. And now what I'm doing with my work and my sessions and the work that I do for my business to maintain it, because as a sole owner of a business, you're everything. You're the IT person, you're, the financial person, all that. So now I've plugged in my business in through the week, which is so counterintuitive to me and felt so weird at first. But I'm doing that and it's working. And now it's so interesting because so much more is coming my way in the way I want it to. It's like I'm including working like this. I'm manifesting the things that I want in my life because guess what? I'm putting myself first to keep myself healthy, to keep myself well, to keep myself first and foremost in my mind, because then I can serve more people more fully without burning myself out. So I could go on and on about this, but that's one example, and it's a huge one in my life. And I really think it's an opportunity for you to consider how you could flip it, even if you're doing that same thing that I did for years that now doesn't work for me, which is, the outside, I guess I would call it the outside world, but that job driving you or your school environment driving you and being what's leading you. You can still start looking at your calendar differently and your day differently and figuring out how you can make space for yourself, even if it's in a little way, because it is a process, I will admit. So I really feel that this is, in my view, what they're talking about, finding that solitude and that peace and that quietness in your day so you can be more for yourself. But then ultimately what that leads to is an opportunity to have that higher vibration and manifest in your life what you want. And then you can give more to others and not be spent every time you try to give something to someone else because you have put yourself first. So a second part that I didn't add to this first piece was that if we don't have quiet solitude built in somehow through our day, whether that's spending time when you're sitting on the city bus, not looking at your phone or whatever you're doing, but just spending peaceful time, doing something you enjoy, or peace and quiet just in your mind. If we don't have that throughout our day, how can we see the signs and messages? How can we feel that when they can't get into us, all right? When we're just running through our human day and then we go to bed and we do it all again the next day and then years go by and that's what we've done, how can we hear those signs and messages or see those signs and messages? In my estimation, we can't. or I couldn't. All right. I went through years of living like that, and now it's different. So I want to leave that with you today, those 2 pieces of learnings that I've had in my life. And lastly, before I finish for the day, head on over to my Facebook page. If you haven't already, it's Purple Rain Healing. And you will find short channels that I do that are brought into me in a poetic form or in a meditation form. So those are on my Facebook page, and I would love for you to join me and head over there. And anyway, I want to thank you again for joining me in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.